they have some peculiarities. And this is the old zoning while during the Lutyens New Delhi starts. So the green belongs to the lower grade European officials, and the yellow belongs to the secretaries. Violet belongs to the high grade European officials, and the red one at the outer end belongs to the local native Indians. So my side belongs to the zone where the lower grade European officials are accommodated. So till now that cottages are used for the MPs as the cottage, but now it's all demolished and proposed for the particular project. And about the side forces, the green one is the open plaza along the Rajput, and the red one belongs to the Parliament House and the nearby heritage buildings. And the darker portion belongs to the reserve forest, which is one of the very few lengths of New Delhi. And the violet one belongs to the playgrounds, and blue one belongs to the graveyard. And these are the sections along the roads. The Lutyens Delhi have a very special peculiarity because of the pedestrian pathway they have with all the shade foliages and all. Yeah, and the other climatological factors like sun path, wind direction, and so to my concept, basically Ambedkar Ambedkar overcome most of the critical situations during the period of after independence, he created the entire bylaws and constitution. Sorry. So during the time of preparing the constitution, he overcome most of his critical stages through the Buddhist principles. Like Buddhism has three precepts, which is called the Sangha, Dharma, and Buddha. So through which I evolved my concept of design, which I overlay along the side, and the functional properties are arranged in such a way that these three precepts are overlapping them. So this is how how an issue came to my campus and how it is dealt, and to a basic solution. Basically, it has two wings. One is the NALSA office, which is the National Society for Legal Assistance for the general public, and the other one is the normal administration section. In the along with the administration section, they have some research area, public libraries to know more about legal assistance and all. And then it goes to a little bit of discussion phase with the NGOs of other public bodies, and finally it is getting into a solution. So basically my zoning, this is the administrative wing, and through the administrative wing the case is dealt first, and then it is sent to the NALSA office. So it is sent to the the NALSA office on the first and second floor of the main administrative building. And after that, if they want further assistance from the research scholars or someone, they will lead to the research area. And this is the public library which can be accessed by the general public and the people who are coming to the campus with a particular issue. And this is a major convention center which is used for conducting the conventions at a larger scale, or if they want to present a particular issue in a very large scale or to the worldwide press media, they can host it here. And this is the accommodation for the research scholars as well as the research students there. And going to my layout, this is the main administration, and this is the main entry to the main administrative area. Then from there they can drive the people to NASA office or else to the research wing or public library, what the issue demands. And this is the convention center, this is the major canteen, and this is the public library, and the other one is the administrative hostel for the 3 categories. This is the main administrative building. It's ground floor of the main administrative building, where this much portion belongs to the administrative wing, and the rest of the portion belongs to the NASA office. From here, the first phase of the screening happens, and the people are directed from these counters to where they have to go and whom they should visit. And this is the corridor where the Ambedkar Memorial, it is treated as just as a remaining corridor for exhibiting Ambedkar's works or Ambedkar's basic philosophies. This corridor is used, which is leading to the public library as well as the other parts of the campus. And this is the first floor on which the NASA offices works. These are the lawyer's cabin, and this is the second phase of screening. If they want legal assistance directly from the Supreme Court or the High Court, they will direct the people to the upper floor where the advocate's offices are working, the 12 officials there. And this is the library area, and that's the basement which is common for the main administrative area and the public library and the research wing. And this is the ground floor area of the public library, where the office spaces are there for the librarian and the other office spaces in public library. And this is the first and the remaining floors where the bookshelves and different differently categorized. And this is the research floor, where at the ground floor, the major officials like director, HODs, and all are accommodated. And on the first floor, there's a big seminar hall as well as some conference rooms. On the third floor also, there's a conference room and a discussion area with the research scholars, with the public. And on the third and on the fourth floor, it is directly connected to the public library, which is the academic section. So it has a direct access to the public library from the classes as well as from the teachers' area. And this is the convention area, and this is the first basement of the convention area, where this is the parking and this is the service area. The convention center is supposed for 300 people at a time, and it is located almost at the eastern side of the site, northeast side of the site. These are the 2 other basements, which is meant for the car parking, and this is a section through the convention area, and this is the one for the parking. And this is the hostel. Actually, the hostel, the administrative block contains the accommodation for the research scholars, for the teaching staff, and this acts as a guest house, which is sharing a common courtyard, where one of the philosophies was like no racism or no classism in between people. And these are the this is a typical floor plan, and that's a 4th floor plan. This is the main building section, and this is the elevation. These are the 3D views I have done. the layout.
Where entire site and buildings are shown. This.
The site layout.
Yeah, this plan.
This one.
You don't have any detailed plan other than this, right?
Actually, detailed by parts by parts. That's right.
Can you explain on this?
Yeah.
Like there are two types of people might come.
Yeah.
People might be pedestrians, and people might come with car, and people might come with buses,
Okay.
and people might come by even public transport.
Mm.
These four entries.
Yeah.
Can you show me how the circulation will happen? Question would be.
Yeah.
This is first question.
Okay.
But this being a public building and it is situated somewhere, it's a core of Delhi.
Yes.
And my second question is, why you would say this, if at all? Because I saw Sanpat diagrams, all those things,
Okay.
studies have been done.
Yeah.
So your thesis shouldn't become a textbook only. Application should be seen in this.
Okay.
So these two questions you try and answer.
Through which the people who is coming by pedestrian or with a vehicle enters into the site. And we have only two entries to the site. One is occasionally used for if they are hosting a very huge convention there. Sir? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because for both the entries they have to enter with a car. It will be easy. And from here, if the main bus stop is here on the Janpat, and on the Rajendra Prasad Babu Road, there is only a one way, so there is a bus stop here. So the people from both the bus stops can access the main entry, and
Main entry to building entry is where?
and this is the main building entry, this one. So they can access like this. And if they are specifically going to public library, they are not supposed to, they don't want to enter through the main entry, they can access the other one, the second entry.
It is bisected by vehicular road.
Sir?
There is a vehicular road here.
Yeah, vehicular along the pedestrian pathway.
You don't think that will obstruct the people moving to the main entrance?
Sir?
Pedestrians, the name of Ambedkar is very important. People might come in crowds, morchas. Social justice you are calling.
Yes.
So if the 20 people, 30 people, 100 people come at a time, that won't obstruct the car movement.
Actually, the office spaces here are limited because only 20 advocates and 20 other officials are here in the NALSA office, and the NALSA office is meant for the common public. And if they need further assistance, they can go to the research wing or the public library area. So I did. So the climate.
Hot and dry.
Technically.
If you consider.
No, that.
That was not given in dry.
Actually, I created the front elevation with placing the creating a rhythm in between the building element and.
Good morning. Rohit, I think that you have taken a very important subject, an institution in New Delhi, which happens to be like a ground for experimentation, I would say, of institutional buildings. But having said that, I would like to know what are the like precedences you have studied in New Delhi, okay, where such experiments in institutional campuses have been done. Do you know of such experiments which have been done after independence? Okay.
Actually, I visited the British Council building in New Delhi itself, which is in the LBZ, Lieutenant's Bungalow zone. And the architect approached the building at a very contemporary style, with a very huge massing in a very small floor, a cube kind of building, in which he gave importance to the functional aspects only, without considering the morphological factors and all.
So that's one building which you had a. Have you studied it carefully? Like, have you studied the building? Because that's one building. There are other buildings also which have been, I think, after independence, which have been done very sensitively in this context. In fact, there is a competition, a national competition, which has been floated in this area itself. You've heard of the IGNCA? Okay. Because you should have done it. Okay. Because the question which comes in is, when you do such a project, how does it relate to New Delhi is something I'm not very clear. Okay, that's my first question. Okay, now come back to your plan. Come back to your plan. Okay, no, the conceptual plan. Okay. See, you say that you have developed, okay, this plan through this diagram that you talk of. Okay, and from that you have like developed a certain axial system.
Yeah.
Okay, though I'm not very clear, why do you take that orientation? Where does that orientation come from? Okay, because you seem to have put that orientation, but while putting those buildings, you seem to have forgotten that orientation.
Actually, the axis is to just to segregate the functional aspects, because at this area, the main administrative wing from the birth at the time of Ambedkar's birth, India.
But that means that the axis is not important. Those lines are not important. Those inclined lines which you develop,
no,
or those inclined lines are
actually,
just.
In the layout, it came as the main to axial roads to the main building. Just from the main entry, this is straight forward road to the research wing, and from the public library area to the main canteen and the convention center. So
But-
it acts.
But look at the way that your axis is oriented. If I understand on this side,
Okay.
this side, there's absolutely no architecture to this ending of this axis. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
At least here you are saying there is a public entry. Okay, here you're saying it's a defend it and explain to us. And also the last question which comes in is, see, the thing is that, which I think also arrives from Professor Sukatma's question, okay, like the fact that this is a building, okay, where you expect people who are not getting justice to come, okay, means I see people probably coming, as I said, public people coming here, okay. I have not understood, like, your edge response. Edge response is clearly car parking which is there,
Yeah.
okay, which seem to tell me very clearly that this is a building which has people coming in cars. That's a big statement you make. You don't seem to understand these.
Okay.
Because you say social justice, okay, and you expect people who don't get social justice to come here, but you have made a very clear, like this very clearly a British type of response in some sense. That's why I'm asking you, in contemporary India, how did you understand this project? Okay, and because this edge is very important. This edge, I think, should have been a much friendlier edge, which could have got me into the building itself.
Sure.
Okay, so that's my view.
Rohit? See, there is some of the critiques have already been clarified to you. What I would also like to understand is what is the, see, there are two things as an architect that you have. One, that you're given a job, and then a job as putting functions together, which is in a certain A, B, C, D, E, F, in a certain kind of hierarchy, a certain kind of order. To some extent, there is some understanding of that. Now, that is a bureaucrat's approach to putting things together. Architect comes in when, how does each of these things relate to each other? How do these things work? What is the nature of this building? Who are the people coming here? And for whom is it? Right? And obviously, as already mentioned, when you say social justice, you obviously mean people. In this country, we rarely have one or two people going to social justice. Especially in the National Institute of this nature, you probably have quite a large number of people coming through public transport. So, public transport as an access system, if they were to come from the main road, obviously will not go into your building. Will probably have some kind of maybe a depression from the main road that would allow them to stop, buses would stop, and put them on, even things, and then as a pedestrian, can you freely walk into the building? The nature of that. So I think that becomes extremely important. What is the kind of edge, as already talked about, that comes to face you, the individual, right? The second thing is the architecture itself. Is this again another institution to which I have to dress in a certain way, or can I just walk in? So what is the nature? We are not talking about the nature of the building itself.
You're done. Questions and interacting. No questions? The round of applause will come.